Atletico just a little short in that respect. So a fantastic public reception for these two teams here, and obviously such excitement to see some of the biggest names in world football playing over here. Faces new and old on both sides, of course. A win and a defeat. Clubs love what it does for them. The fans from North America. News this evening, widespread reports suggesting that Bale is definitely on his way to China. Minds part in the campaign ahead following the knee injury sustained against Arsenal. Thibaut Courtois in goal this evening. Koke captains Atletico. Hermoso and Renan Lodi are asked to keep the tradition going in a new look back, but this should not inconvenience these players. Superstars on both sides. The first ever Madrid derby played out. A fairly rocky pre-season so far, one way and another. Here's young Odriozola. Mark. It was shifted right to Diego Costa. And Atletico have scored within 43 seconds here. Talk about being caught cold in the heat. Real Madrid nowhere, and Atletico lead 1-0.
Well, that's it. They lost a challenge that was deflected by Sergio Ramos. Let's have a look, see.
Jerry, I wonder whether Morata was also very clever. Would he have been given offside if he touched it? I don't know.
Well,
taken short this time to the back post by Modric. It wasn't a bad one.
Half Paul alongside Sergio Ramos. He gets sent off in the game, and he hasn't had a particularly good tournament so far for me.
Vinicius Junior, one who hopes will profit from the departure of Bale, and it's beautifully worked to Odriozola. There were times last season when one suspected that Zinedine Zidane. Tentative little prod at the ball by Vinata again, finding João Felix. João Felix again! Courtois in goal, throws his arms wide and says, I need a bit of help.
And it's scoring goals now. Look at this.
Saul has got it. And it's 2. And João Felix weighs in with a goal for his new club. A fabulous start to his Atletico Madrid career. There's one thing to score in that famous jersey, but to do it against the famous...
It's awful defending, it really is. And where's Odriozola? He might get forward, but he hasn't got back. And it's a tap in for João Felix. And a great opening debut goal in the great season last year for Espanyol and Spain. And he's coming to a big club now.
But what about the understanding between these two boys down the left? This is a very promising development, even this early.
Well, they won't capitulate too easily.
There's a kind of a system for this season.
Honestly, don't know. And I looked at the team and I saw 5 midfield players and 1 striker up front. And
Ramos kept his arms by his side. It's nicely done by Koke. Brilliantly done. And it's 3. Oh, it's fantastic. They can't stop themselves from scoring. Correa's in this time.
Oh, what a goal.
Koke so very and Courtois
there and bang and that. No chance for Courtois. 3-0. This is a right. It really is. Wonderful skills. But what about the defence? What about Sergio Ramos and Marcelo? And they're not playing well at all.
That was Vinicius Junior. Didn't wait for Odriozola this time, and Oblak took one there, and he got a strong hand on the ball.
Well, it's Jovic, I think, trying to get on the end of it, which he's entitled to. It was a great ball in, and it's a 50-50. He picks him up. Look at that pass, it's awful.
Saul won it back, and here we go again, and it's 4. And this is actually becoming embarrassing for Real Madrid.
Well, it's easy for Saul, because if you anticipate and you want to get to the ball before the opposition and they're in second gear, they're going to have chance after chance, and they can score at will. 4-0. This is going to be a huge defeat.
Diego Costa, written off too soon perhaps. He's got 2 here against Real Madrid.
It's up there. Sergio Ramos is awful. Look at Modric on his back foot. Saul anticipates it, wins the ball, slots it in. They are committing, so really are awful.
beginning of last season. Trippier joining in, and it should have been another one, or could have been anyway for Lamar. He couldn't keep his effort down.
Apart from the finish, that is football of the highest quality. Started off by Diego Costa. There's the switch of play.
Under him, it's hard to see that changing, even if there are changes in personnel. Vinicius Junior here. Odriozola. Does Zinedine... Vinicius Junior. Oh, they got lucky, Atletico there. Off the inside of the post and out.
There you have it. Luka Modric getting on the ball, just starting to pull the strings. He looked...
But he's got something, hasn't he? He's got plenty. Diego Costa goes down. Referee says penalty. Thought about it quite a long time. Did Ted Uncle, and points to the spot. Giving off time as he completes his hat-trick. Might have just clipped the heel of the diving Courtois on his way through. This is... Marcelo might have hit his own player. And again, this time it definitely hit enough. Just watch this corner kick played in over the head of Benzema. Comes out to Modric, who's going to try his luck. It deflected on the way through. No joy. Kroos to play this one in. Diego Costa's everywhere. That was him heading it away.
But he uses a lot. And now he faces...
Diego Costa has scored for a fourth time in the game, and Atletico Madrid lead by 6-0, and that was another one set up by the teenager João Felix, who scored and now assisted in 2 of the goals. And Atletico Madrid are running riot here, and this is turning into an embarrassment, a huge embarrassment for Real Madrid.
Oh, we have to say that, I mean, of course Real Madrid has been bad so far. And it doesn't look good for the rest of the game, but Atletico de Madrid has been excellent.
Absolutely.
In every... And Real Madrid didn't. But that's not an excuse. You really have to, you know, work a lot to beat them.
Hazard. Nicely done. Marcelo's looking for something spectacular, but only into the side netting it remains. 6-0, which is a tennis score, isn't it? If you turn it to love. Here he is, right on cue, in possession. And
he's very clear, and I'm very clean with the ball.
Almost invited to shoot. He crosses, doesn't quite get to Benzema. Sergio Ramos, who's often got a goal in him against Atletico, not this time.
Good defense.
Here is Hazard. Right across the face of goal, and Nacho's put it in the back of the net, and Real do have one back, and Hazard can claim an assist as he limps away from the action. Well, they needed that.
And that's a goal, or half a goal at least, from Hazard.
Yeah, that's right on cue, Hazard. That's what...
But having said that, I think he will be measured on goals at the end, because Real Madrid need goals in order to fight for all 3 competitions, and he has to fill up big...
Stuart, it's just a normal day, isn't it, for Diego Costa?
Yeah.
Goals, red card.
Here come the substitutes for Atletico Madrid as well. A whole host of them on the side. Now we've got an action.
Yeah.
Now it's a derby.
Oh, my goodness me. Diego Costa in the thick of the action there, and the referee's got a job to sort this out. Everybody joining in. This might be the summer. It might be July, but tempers are never far from the surface when these two... Here come Atletico again, looking to rub further salt in the wounds, and that's exactly what they've done with a 7th goal. Well, this is turning to be quite an extraordinary game of football. Vitolo, who'd come on with the run. And
that's defender. They're backing off. Vasquez makes a poor challenge, and he just goes in at that near post. It's far too...
Bale looking to turn on a bit of flair. Nacho goes down in the box. Penalty. Oblak. Good penalty. Never a moment's doubt. 7-2, the fight back's on, Stuart. Vitolo, he can get another one here. Blocked again, Cameo, and it goes wide. Kubo nearly took a good save from our Black. He really got hold of that. And it must be a third. Yeah, it is. De La Fuente's header hit the post and bounced across the line. And Real Madrid score a third goal here.
Hola Atlético, estamos en New York.